Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Reduce your ping time and get faster speeds when you game at expressvpn.com/inside.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. Let's clap for that did not go well, and my camera's breaking. Let's clap for Cyberpunk 2077. One of the most anticipated games of the year, and it looks like it might actually release this year. Surprising everyone. It's going to sneak in right under the wire, as if 2020 couldn't get any better.
Yeah, as you probably know, Cyberpunk has been delayed quite a bit. Some have been skeptical that it'll make the release date target of December 10th, including us, still.
I have faith.
Until I wrote this script, I was skeptical, and I've sold myself.
I have a deep, deep innate trust in the Polish.
I sort of think it'll come out.
Read on. You'll feel better about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because over the weekend, we got some confirmation kind of, that the game might actually come out this time. So get excited. There's no way you'll be let down ever. It's not like they would delay it again. But how do we know this? Or how are we sure that it will probably come out? Because it looks like physical copies of the game are now out in the world. Somebody even leaked a bunch of gameplay. So it feels like it's real this time. It's really happening.
God bless you, the internet, and everyone who disregards street dates. You are the unsung heroes of this industry.
Kids who don't understand that they're about to get a cease and desist letter from an attorney. I love y'all so much. You're just too young to know what consequences mean.
Here's what happened. Over the weekend, about 20 minutes of footage appeared online of two dudes playing Cyberpunk on what looked like a PS4 or PS4 Pro. Dudes is definitely the proper term.
Oh, they're dudes.
From the little I
wish we
saw,
could play the footage because it's
like
so
Beavis
funny.
and Butthead. It rocks so hard.
It's so funny. Yeah, based on the UI, you can tell they're streaming it through a PS4. The quality of the stream itself, not that great. They seem a bit under the influence of something, to put it nicely. They seem high as they're mostly giggling through the entire 20 minutes.
They know they're doing something very naughty.
It's like they got a hold of their dad's porn collection.
But then decided to stream it to the entire world for some reason.
They probably had it and they were like, we probably shouldn't. And the other one was like, it is our moral imperative to inform our brothers and sisters. About 3 minutes in, one says, we've got an early presentation of this game called Cyberpunk 2077. It doesn't come out till December, but today we're playing it now. They talk like a high school sophomore trying to meet a word count.
Hey, that's exactly what it is. They're constantly telling each other not to give out their real names. It basically feels like watching a couple of idiots try to rob a bank for the first time. Like, dude, we're supposed to wear masks. Did you forgot? No, don't pull up your mask to talk to me, dude. They can see you.
One guy's wearing a like a Halloween mask that you just cannot see out of. Anyway, here is what they showed, and we are going to try to keep it pretty broad so as not to give away too many spoilers. If you want no spoilers, maybe, but we're going to
get out of here.
I think we've seen most of the stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's too much, like, new stuff.
To start off, they quickly go through the character creation screen, and it looks like they take the nomad path. Then they help a mechanic fix their car, again, all while giggling that they're playing an unreleased game.
Just scamps. And then while they're fixing the car, a sheriff shows up. There's an extended interaction sequence between them. The character then takes off in the newly repaired car, and they drive around very badly in a desert area. And it takes them several minutes to figure out how to get out of the car. Where did they get the game? How did they get it?
They kind of address it. I don't know.
Okay.
They keep playing and more people are starting to watch, obviously.
Right.
But several people start watching. Naturally, they ask like how they got a hold of the game. One replied, the creator of the game gave it to me because I'm his son's best friend. That's how I got it. I'm sure totally accurate. I'm sure
the one creator of this game.
Yep.
They also added that a couple of people already have it. Vague, whatever. I guess they're in a circle of people who have Cyberpunk early.
It's like
all friends of a son.
That son's the rich kid who everyone hangs out with just because he has like all the systems. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Throughout the game, the two are constantly wondering if they'll get in trouble. At one point, one asks, can I go to jail for this?
Finally, at the end, they climb a telecommunications tower and connect their satellite phone to it. By the end, there were more than 50 people watching the stream. Not bad for just some randos. So, of course, everyone was flipping out that they were watching launching Cyberpunk weeks before it's due to release. Finally, the two appear to lose their nerve and the stream ends.
Yeah.
Presumably 50 people was...
It's too much heat. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. The gameplay itself, pretty unremarkable. It's honestly, I don't think it's much more than what we've seen released officially. There's probably some stuff. I don't think I've watched every bit of official gameplay, but
they've put out so many materials.
Yeah,
oh my
and
God,
more
it's
exciting
insane.
than what we saw.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course, the stream was very quickly taken down by CD Projekt Red, but then, of course, mirrors of the footage popped up all over. I found some on Reset Era. They just had a big collection of mirror sites. So.
As one Reset Era poster put it, I see the long tradition of very early leaked gameplay coming with the trade-off of a terrible, annoying player still holds true to this day.
Somebody elsewhere was like, "Why are these leakers always so dumb?" And then somebody responded, "Who else do you think would leak?" But it looks like more people than just Beavis and Butthead got an advanced copy of Cyberpunk. We'll talk about that in just a sec, but first, let's hear more about the good folks at ExpressVPN.
Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Look, you know about ExpressVPN. We talk about it all the time. ExpressVPN can protect you from spies who use your data for their own nefarious purposes. US ISPs can legally sell your data to ad companies. That's why you get ads for something you just looked at 2 seconds ago. Governments, large corporations, and websites constantly surveil you and harvest your data for their own agendas, usually selling you stuff. ExpressVPN can put a stop to that, though, by encrypting all your data and hiding your location. ExpressVPN utilizes the highest encryption standard. Whenever you are connected to ExpressVPN, every piece of data going in and out of your device goes through a secure encrypted tunnel and cannot be seen, not by the government, not by hackers, not your internet service provider, not even by ExpressVPN. Every device has a unique IP address, which can be traced back to you. When you use a VPN, your connection gets routed through one of ExpressVPN's 3,000 plus servers, so it hides your real IP address, replaces it with one of theirs, allows you to browse anonymously, you can change your country, all kinds of crazy stuff. ExpressVPN invests only in premium servers, so they're consistently faster than any other VPN provider. They also have 24/7 customer support. It's super easy to use. It's like one click. And they are the top rated VPN by CNET, The Verge, Wired, TechRadar, many, many more. Personally, I like to use the mobile version a lot on my phone because I live in an area where cell service is pretty bad. So if I'm at the store and I need to look something up real quick, I have to connect to their public Wi-Fi if they have it. So I like to use it for that purpose so that I'm not just logging into a public Wi-Fi. Find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description below, expressvpn.com/inside. Again, go to expressvpn.com/inside and find out how you can get 3 months free. Thank you, ExpressVPN, for sponsoring today's show.
Okay, back to Cyberpunk leaking. Turns out it was more than just a pair of doofuses on the PS4 who got a hold of the game, The Chosen 2. Somebody posted a picture of the game's PS4 box on the Cyberpunk subreddit. Of course, that could be faked, but probably not considering how close to the release date we are.
And there's gameplay leaked, so yeah, it feels...
I would assume they started manufacturing as soon as they went gold, right?
Oh,
and then
wow.
everything they're working on
That's
will
a
be a
good
day
point.
zero
They
patch.
have to.
Yeah, that's true. Everything they're doing right now, yeah.
These have probably been sitting at the retailers, ready to send out on the 19th, on the original release day.
That's a good
Probably,
point.
yeah.
And since it's single player, I guess there's no online check to play the game.
User just gonna send it 90, who said they work at Amazon, provided further description based on the box, saying the game felt pretty heavy. I know it has 2 discs, and from what I saw, a couple goodies inside the case. I couldn't get a look at these, unfortunately. Also, looks like the game is 70 gigabytes. That's before the additional 70 gigabyte day 1 patch.
Of course, these kind of leaks happen all the time. If there's a highly anticipated game, somebody's going to leak out something. There was an infamous leak of The Last of Us 2 earlier this year. That was more plot, though. That led to all kinds of drama. We all remember that. But the important thing here about this leak, it's not really the gameplay itself, but it seems to prove that Cyberpunk is finally, at long last, almost here, because if people are getting physical copies of the game now and streaming it, pretty good confirmation that it's done. Or Connor, I thought you had a great point that, yeah, they
Thank
may
you,
have
Brian.
just been sitting out there. You're very welcome. I didn't think about that. I would have put that in the screen.
Cut all of that, Amir.
No, Amir, leave it in. I'm insightful. I'm a smart games journo.
That's right.
Yeah, when they announced the last delay, CD Projekt Red said they'd use the extra time to polish up Cyberpunk. They also wrote that the biggest challenge for us right now is shipping the game on current gen, next gen, and PC at the same time, which requires us to prepare and test 9 versions of it while working from home.
They're really
does-
laying on the
that
guilt trip
sucks.
pretty thick.
They also said that even though the game had gone gold, that doesn't mean we stopped working on it and raising the quality bar. And we also learned later that they really want the game to get a good Metacritic score.
So that's what we know at this point. Again, if physical copies are being shipped, or they're obviously out and sort of probably sitting in warehouses, like we said, you'd assume it would be almost impossible to delay again, although I don't know, maybe they did it once. But we know we have lots of physical copies now scattered to the four winds. They're out in the world. It's almost here.
Crom laughs at your four winds. It's Conan the Barbarian.
So, good news. Looks like we will be playing Cyberpunk this year, finally. So, good news in 2020.
I've never played you before. I have no tongue for it. Give me Cyberpunk!
That is a yes for Cyberpunk 2077, the game that loves to hurt us, and we keep coming back to cover it. Ooh, we can't help it. Ooh.
Sounds like every relationship I had in college, basically. No, we're gonna break up. No, we're not. Oh, yeah, let's do, you know what?
No, maybe we should break up. Also, you really should like jazz.
Wait, you've never seen like Water for Chocolate? We're breaking up.